Some of the best fall fashion trends are available right now at your local thrift store. I've been out in DC and found some amazing bargains to be had, and all of these pieces are on trend and definitely worth shopping now. Hi, I'm Leonie and welcome to my channel. Now, I've been back in the US for a good sort of month now, and over that time I've really reinvigorated my passion for thrifting. There are so many amazing thrift stores here and I've just found so many great pieces. And that's why today I thought that I would create a video sharing some of the best fall winter fashion trends that you can find in your local thrift store. And I mean, you can really find these pieces. I've visited a number of thrift stores on my travels here and have found so many amazing pieces. In fact, I couldn't get them all because I just wouldn't be able to fit them all in my suitcase and get them home. But what it has highlighted to me is that there are some amazing fashion trends on offer in your local thrift store. And if you've never thrifted before, or you have just kind of fallen out of love with thrifting, well, hopefully this video will inspire you to get back into it. Now, first up, and I think one of the most versatile pieces that you can look for that is also on trend this season is an oversized man-style button-down shirt. And of course, thrift stores are absolutely full of them. Now, in particular, what I have seen is a real sort of push towards wearing striped shirts, but also just a plain white button-down shirt. Now, of course, these pieces are going to go with absolutely everything and anything. And I do think that they're really versatile because they're the perfect weight and the perfect piece that can kind of see you through into a new season. Because at this time of year, the weather is often a little bit unreliable. So you almost need that extra layer, but you don't want something that's too heavy. So these shirts are perfect. I've seen lots of girls on my Instagram feed and all over Pinterest wearing them. And I do think that they're a great layering piece. And there is, in my opinion, no better place to find them than in your local thrift store. I found so many on offer, and there was everything from stripes to check, plaid, simple plain colors, some interesting pinks, blues. There were so many options. So I really do think that a button-down shirt, slightly oversized, is going to be your new best friend for the new season. And of course, we're heading into jackets and blazer season, that time of year where we need to have that extra layer. And now is the perfect time to go hunting in your local thrift store for those pieces. Now, I also find some of my best finds in the menswear section. Probably for me because I'm 5'10" and I do like to wear my jackets and blazers slightly oversized still. I've kind of moved away from them being supersized, but I do like them to be roomy and wear something a little bit more fitted on the bottom. And of course, the menswear section in thrift stores is absolutely full of these pieces at the moment. I did find some beautiful tweedy jacket and kind of coat options out there, but I think what tends to happen at this time of year, it's still a little bit warm outside, and for many people it's still a little bit early to go and shop and try on and even think about winter clothing. So that's why now is the perfect time for you to whip on into your local thrift store and have a little look, because there are some fab finds to be had. Now, one of the biggest trends that is happening this season, and I've actually seen some in store in Mango, Zara, a few of the different sort of chain stores that I've looked in, but I also have seen this in some of the thrift stores, and that is brown suede jackets and coats. So in particular, they seem to be embellished, whether they're studded or fringed, but brown suede is definitely having a moment right now. And if there was one particular style of jacket and coat that is trending, it would be a brown suede. Now, I would say run, don't walk when it comes to finding one of these pieces in your local thrift store, because they are not always the easiest pieces to find, but in saying that, I did find a few gems on my travels. I'm not going to be able to fit them in to take them back to New Zealand, but there are some good pieces out there to be had. And if you do miss out in the thrift stores, as I said, there are some available in the chain stores as well. But I do think a good suede jacket is something that's really timeless. You can keep it for years. And also I think there's something about it being a little more muted, and the texture of suede just makes it a little more versatile than a straight leather jacket. But If you disagree with me, let me know in the comments below. Are you a fan of suede jackets, or would you prefer more of a sort of a biker style, traditional leather jacket? Let me know what you think. But there are some on offer out there, but you just may have to hunt a little bit harder for them. And at this point, I'd just like to say a very big thank you to the team at Squarespace for sponsoring this portion of today's episode. Now, as many of you already know, I have a Squarespace blog. I have had that for a number of years. I recently sold a shoppable summer style guide. Oh, and let me know if you would like me to create a fall-winter shoppable style guide to sell over on my blog as well. It was really popular. You guys seem to love it. So yeah, let me know in the comments below if you would like me to create one for the new season. But Squarespace have given me a fantastic discount offer for you today, which is to save 10% off your first Squarespace website or domain. Now, all you have to do is whip on over to squarespace.com, take advantage of their free trial, and then when you're ready to push play, simply use my unique URL, which is squarespace.com/The Style Insider, and my code, which is simply The Style Insider. Now, if you don't know anything about Squarespace, they are the best website builders in the business. So if you have products to sell, or if you just want to create some sort of online presence this year, then Squarespace is the easiest way to do it. They've also just incorporated some very cool new AI features to make the process so much easier. But I will leave a link to Squarespace in the description box below, and definitely take advantage of this offer if you are planning to get online this year. Anyway, let's get back to these thrifted trends. Now, one of the hottest new trends for the season, and I did mention this one in a recent video, is the return of retro tees. Now, one of the best places to find a great selection of retro tees is in your local thrift store. Now, there were so many on offer, it was crazy. And in particular, the men's section always delivers as well. There were lots and lots of fun, colorful options, and plenty to choose from, and you don't have to spend a fortune on them. So definitely head into your local thrift store, go wading through the men's tees, and I'm sure you'll find some real gems. Now that leads in really nicely to the next trend, which is lace maxi skirts. Now, I found a fab one in a thrift store the other day, and I absolutely love it. It wasn't a skirt, it was actually a beach cover up, and I cut the top off it and turned it into a drawstring lace maxi skirt. And I grabbed a couple of retro oversized tees so that they could kind of hang long enough, and I didn't need a slip under the skirt. The skirt also needs me just to kind of sew it up a little bit on the side, because it was a wrap skirt and I kind of don't want it kind of flying open when I walk, but I will put a few little stitches in it to kind of close it up halfway. But I'm loving this look. I think it's a really easy, breezy look. It looks great worn back with trainers. And I did say in a recent video that I think this is a look that can be worn at any age. And I'm 57. I'm wearing it. I think it's completely fine. Let me know what you think in the comments below, whether this is a look that you think is more younger and perhaps someone in their 50s shouldn't be wearing it, but let me know what you think. I'm loving it, and so I am wearing it and having fun. And one of the other pieces that is still trending is vests. And once again, we are in the men's section. There are plenty of vests on offer, button-up, sort of tailored vests, and these look great just worn on their own, or you can wear them as an extra layer. So I love them teamed back with some of the maxi sort of fuller skirts, or worn over some of your spring summer dresses, just to give you that extra layer and an extra little bit of interest to your outfits as well. One of the other key trends for the season is a real preppy vibe, and with that comes the return of polo shirts, worn back with all sorts of pieces from jorts to skirts, you name it. And of course, in the menswear section there are plenty of polo shirts, but also men's ties. And so ties are being worn back with cute little skirts and with denim jackets, and thrifting men's ties is really fun. There are always plenty on offer from different thicknesses, different colors, and the ties are being worn in lots of different ways. So even kind of loosely around your neck, worn back with some of the button-down shirts as well. So think about having a look at some of the men's ties when you're in your local thrift store. Also, they've been worn as belts or even tied to your wrist or even tied to some of the handbags that are on offer as well. So don't disregard some of the simple men's ties. Now, one of the key trends for the season, and this won't be a surprise to you, is leopard print. And for some reason, there seems to be a lot of leopard print on offer in thrift stores. In fact, every thrift store I've been to, there has been some form of leopard. I think it possibly is because it's one of those trends that always comes and goes, and I think it sort of waxes and wanes in popularity as well. I know that I've discarded a number of leopard pieces over the years, or leopard print pieces over the years, and so it makes sense that you are going to find them in thrift stores. So if you are interested in jumping back on the leopard print trend, there are definitely plenty of pieces out there to find. Generally, what I have seen are leopard print skirts and leopard print blouses as well. So if you do want to jump back into this trend and you are a fan of animal print and in particular leopard, then definitely check out your local thrift store. Now, I've been talking about double denim for what seems to be like a year, 18 months, and this look isn't going anywhere, and it makes sense that it's happening for fall winter this year. So denim is another great option that you can thrift. Now, one of the difficulties I find when it comes to thrifting denim pieces is having enough time to wade through all of the racks. There is usually loads and loads of denim on offer, and it does take some time and patience going through and trying to find the pieces that are right for you, whether it's the style or the size or the shape or the cut. You do need to have enough time so that you don't get frustrated trying to find the perfect denim pieces. And if I had to pick one trend that was very much happening this season, it would be cropped jeans. And that's the beauty of thrifting a pair of jeans. You can get a little bit crafty and cut your jeans off to give you the perfect crop. I certainly find it really hard to find a perfect crop because I'm tall, but DIYing a pair is going to give you that sort of risk-free option of getting it right. So definitely think about being a little bit creative and make sure you have enough time to go through and find the perfect piece of denim. Now, when it comes to sweaters this season, expect to see a real combination of more finer, lightweight knit sweaters, which are perfect for that sort of trans-seasonal time of year, and also the chunky kind of turtleneck, real sort of fisherman style sweaters. Last year, there were also some beautiful Fair Isle knits as well, which are going to be perfect for this year as well. So keep an eye out for some of those, but I see sweaters as possibly one of the easiest pieces to thrift as well. And now is a great time. So definitely run, don't walk to your nearest thrift store if you're looking to find something that is fab. And when it comes to colours that are trending this season, certainly burgundy or this kind of warm, winey, maroon type colour is having a moment, so keep an eye out for pieces in this colour. And an unexpected colour for fall is a sort of a mellowy yellow colour, like a really soft, lovely yellow. So definitely when it comes to keeping an eye out for on-trend colours for the season, I would definitely call out the sort of the yellows, soft yellows, and sort of burgundies and reds as well. And there are definitely plenty of options out there that I've seen in these particular colours. One of the other big accessory trends is the return of pendants. Now, if you love jewellery and necklaces, then what you will be seeing as the weather cools down is beautiful charms and interesting necklaces worn as a pendant. Now, the great thing about these is that you can DIY them. It's not hard to find an interesting charm or an interesting piece that you may have and turn it into a pendant. Accessories and jewellery pieces do require a little bit more hunting at thrift stores, but they are there. Often I find I almost forget to look at jewellery and they tend to be at the front of the store as I'm checking out, so it kind of is often an afterthought, but definitely keep it in mind and keep an eye out for interesting charms and pieces that you could perhaps DIY and turn into an interesting pendant. Anyway, that's it from me today. I hope you enjoyed this one, and if you did, I'd love you to give it a big thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel for more, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye for now.